We're back at the 2021 Dispatch Home and Garden Show, presented by Ohio Mulch, talking with Jerry from Hinton Apiaries. Not what I would have expected to find at a home and garden show. And you kind of start at the beginning, right? You start with beekeeping.
Yes.
Talk about Hinton Apiaries and some of the products you have here.
We actually got involved because of all of the master gardeners that have been out here historically. They're not here this year, but I had heard that they focused on a lot of gardening, pollinators, you know, keeping our pollinators safe and whatnot. So that's how I found out about this. So about 7 years ago, I got on board with the Home and Garden Show, and it's just a perfect match for us. Most of the people walking around here are our kind of people per se. It's you know, nature focused, I guess.
Yeah. So talk about the production process. This is all, you make all this, right?
Yes.
I mean,
yes.
You care for the bees that make it. Let me get that
In
straight.
fact, I was caring for the bees yesterday, checking up on them, and they're doing well. No, we focus on two different things. We have our local honeys that we harvest here in Central Ohio, but then we also have a group of honeys that we will move our hives up into Southern Michigan to do some pollination work.
And so tell me what makes those honeys different.
It all depends on the flower sources. So when we stick our bees out in a field of blueberries, that's primarily all the honeybees have access to. They will still look for other things, but the majority of what they bring in will be blueberry, and that actually has a blueberry fruit flavor, very subtle. So it all depends on the flower as far as flavor and
if
color.
I want to buy that honey, is it blueberry honey?
It is blueberry blossom honey.
Get out. Who knew?
Who knew?
What is your most popular honey flavor?
You know what? Classic clover honey.
Clover honey.
Yeah,
and
good
what is
clover.
your most unusual? This looks very
buckwheat.
dark.
Yeah, buckwheat's like a chocolate infused molasses. So buckwheat comes from a very delicate tiny white flower that has an almost black nectar.
So I'm struggling a little bit to understand. So you have the bees. How many bees in a hive?
About 70,000 on average.
And you're telling me you actually move the bees to different sources of nectar.
Yes.
And that's how these different honeys
That's correct. Yeah.
That is fast. I had no idea.
Yeah. In the United States alone, we have over 300 varieties of honey that distinctly taste different.
And how many varieties are on display here at the show?
We usually have 10 to 12.
Wow.
We have more, but even 10 to 12 is too many to really be talking about.
And in case you doubted that you have the 70,000, you've got beeswax. What do folks use this for?
I sell it like that to a lot of woodworkers and blacksmiths. They do multiple things with, but I'll sell it to homeowners just who have a squeaky drawer at home. They can lubricate it, but a lot of that also goes to customers who are wanting to make their own skincare products. Beeswax is a phenomenal skincare product.
I did not know that. Jerry,
does not clog the pores.
Fascinating. Thank you for being here. How many years have you been at the show?
I think this is my 7th.
Well,
so
another expert you can meet at the Home and Garden Show. Whether you're into gardening, like a master gardener, or you just want to taste an unusual variety of honey, come talk to Jerry at Hinton Apiaries.
We have you covered.
Thank you.
Take care.